Well, guys, greetings, world, and greetings, Seven Spot. It's another exciting day because it is, I guess, we're truly virtual and somewhat socially distant. I'm here in South Surrey, Steve's in Burnaby, and John is in the UK. And we're waiting for
very dark Evesham. The nights are really drawing in. Yeah, it's dark by about 7 o'clock now. Yeah, not nice, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's 9 p.m. now. Is that right? All right.
Yeah, about 9 o'clock. Yeah, just gone 9 in the UK. Yeah, 9 p.m.
Well, and it's about 1 o'clock here.
And again, Jim, this is another first for you. Well, second, you're not up at like 5 o'clock in the morning doing some live streams.
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid that. Actually, my wife talked to me yesterday over dinner, and she said, "Are you doing a live stream at 1 o'clock in the morning?" And I said, "No, 1 p.m." I say I only do my live streams to England at 3 p.m. at 3 in the morning. So
very understanding wife, I would imagine. Yes.
Oh, she's the best. But yeah. Guys, let's get into it. Today we had scheduled to be with Jerry Wong from Maple Ridge, and he's got a lovely low cost that he purchased, and he owns a speed shop, and he wants to do a renovation. You want to call it that? Not a restoration, but he wanted to do some changes on his low cost. There was some suspension issues, and he's also done some changes to the square tube and changing it over to round tube. And I just thought, wow, that'd be a really, really interesting live stream for us to do. And we're waiting for the connection to happen with him. So if that happens, that happens. But in the meantime, why don't I just bring in Steve, who's sitting there patiently in Burnaby. Can you tell us where you're at with your low-cost build?
Certainly, Jim. First of all, morning all, or afternoon or evening. And well, my build at the moment is, I'd like to say slow but steady. I have now finished all the internal bodywork panels and am working on the throttle linkage. I've got the front suspension completely done, engine mounts done, gearbox mounts done, fuel tank installed. So I'm at the point now, once I get this last throttle linkage set up, my scuttle brackets have been made. I've got the support frame for the windshield made. I'm now looking for material to make the windshield frame. Mm-hmm. And I've got a couple of ideas that I'm going to work with there, from taking this rectangular tubing, open one side, or channel at least, 1/8 section, and slotting that to make a nice curve, and then soldering the cut sections to get the 3-inch radius around the edges.
When you say soldering, you're talking about using some of that, I guess they call it aluminum rod, but it's really only partially aluminum rod. It's got a lower melt point. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah, I'm planning on doing that. It's not structural that I'm looking for, mainly because it's just to hold things together.
Yeah, cosmetic more than anything. Yeah, I think it's...
Yeah. So I'm hoping that will, I'll probably know by the end of this week whether that's been successful or not. And I've just ordered my lights from Demon Tweaks in the UK.
I could have got you a discount there. I could have got you a discount there. I could have got you a discount there, but hey-oh.
Damn. Yeah.
Oh.
So anyway,
thanks for letting us know, John.
That's just well for the future.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll certainly bear that in mind. So I try to find lights locally, but the majority of the lights, well, all of the lights that you can find here are for the hot rod boys, and they all use 7-inch.
Yeah.
And I needed 5 3/4 to fit the size of the low cost.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've got those on order, and once I'm done with the scuttle, the nose cone, I've already got the brackets all made for that. I've just got to put the deuce fasteners on to get that finished.
For the bonnet and stuff, yeah.
Beg your pardon?
For the bonnet and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't got the bonnet, mate. I'll just show you one thing. 1 second, folks.
Oh, Jim, I've sent you a link to Jerry's Facebook page and a YouTube link as well.
Okay. If you've got it, you're a co-host. You can do it from there too. Go for it.
I've got no idea how to do that.
Look at that. Doesn't that look lovely?
That's a cardboard cutout. The real one's made out of stainless steel.
Uh-huh.
A friend of mine's got a water jet cutter at work, and he cut that out for me. So out of stainless steel. So this is a cardboard cutout. That was the template that we looked at. So that goes in the nose cone.
How did you cut that out, by
fantastic.
The way? How the heck how did you cut that out?
Oh, this is in cardboard.
Yeah.
You can see the cardboard silhouette.
That's brilliant. There. It's brilliant, though. It's exact.
Oh yeah, this was done on LaserJet.
Oh, well, okay. I was going to say, you've got a very steady hand.
He's taken your taken your cardboard cutout, just marked it out, and then laser jetted it. Water jetted
well, actually, I did the design. He then fabricated copied the design onto his AutoCAD, and then just plugged that into the machine, and the machine just followed the CAD drawing.
And I bet that didn't take like 2 minutes to do either, because the old water jetting is really, really quick, isn't it?
Oh, it's fabulous! Yeah. So,
and your car is all Alpha based out, so Alpha power plant and Alpha drivetrain.
Exactly, Jim. Yeah, John. The only thing that's not Alpha is the actual drive shaft. I had that one made locally to fit.
Yeah.
Because the Alpha drive shaft is a 2-piece, and I would have had to have 1 piece cut already to shorten it slightly. But what I ended up by doing was just making a solid single-piece drive shaft.
Any center bearing on it, or you're just going straight to the back like we did?
Yeah, no, it's just one universals at either end. There's no center steady bearing.
That's what we've gone with, because you do see people with center bearings and they're constantly wearing out because you get vibration, and unless you've got them lined up perfectly, it is going to wobble around a bit.
Yeah.
They say also, a lot of people say that you're not a true petrol head unless you've owned an Alpha. Many years ago, I owned an Alpha 33 Boxer Cloverleaf, 1.7 Boxer engine, 16 valve.
Really?
Yeah, it was actually a company car. I managed to swing it as a company car. I was going back years, but it cost an absolute fortune in servicing. I mean, there was nothing that didn't go wrong with it. It was a cracking car, though. First gear, I used to get up to 70 miles an hour, and it was just, it's one of the best cars I've ever owned. But I wouldn't buy one privately again, because they are, well, that one in particular. I mean, I did rag it a little bit, but yeah, it just costs so much to run.
Yeah. Alpha's big to be revved.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And the more you rag them, the better they get. Yeah. And that's what I've been told. If you've got an Alpha, even if it's a new one, just rev it from day one. They love it. Absolutely love it.
Well, this is my second Alpha. I had an Alfa Romeo in South Africa, which was a company car as well, and that was fun. Then I left that company, and then this one I've had for a while. I didn't drive it very much once I got it, because the whole plan was to tear it apart and build the low cost, which I've been working on now for 6 years. So it's taken I've taken my time, and I'm hoping by the end of this winter to have it on the wheels and playing around with the wiring. I've got all my instruments as well. I've got those from a company local, in the States, called Speed Hut, and they're lovely set of instruments.
Renowned company. Yeah.
You can choose the style and the font and all of the look that you want and colors, etc. So I've gone for traditional Smith style look on my instruments.
I do like the Smith style look, either black on white or white on black dials. But yeah, it depends on the look of the car. What engine have you got in yours in terms of the Alpha engine?
It's a 2 liter, 2 liter 4-cylinder.
2 liter 4-cylinder 16 valve?
No. It's just a 4 valve.
4 valve, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a 4 valve. And oh, sorry, I've just.
Wow, they look. Don't drop those. They look really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, they've actually got a bit of the Alpha look about them with the red.
Wow, does that ever look great?
Red needles.
Yeah. So that's all my own choosing. I chose the font and the style and the color, and the speedometer is a GPS speedometer, so there's no cable.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
This is similar to Ed Leach's then.
In fact, Ed was the one that put me onto Speed Hut.
And the speeder then, that's got an odometer. I know it's GPS. It's got an odometer on it as well. Then.
Yeah. So
we haven't got that on ours. Our speeder don't work. It don't need it for MOT. We have got a GPS speedo on it, but it's got no odometer on it. But there again, I'm never going to sell it. So
yeah.
I know, I know the mileage I'm doing it. Let's put it that way. Well, nothing this year apart from a few runs down Santa Pod.
Well, Exported African has posted, as you can see there on the banner. He's building a low cost, or I guess he's renovating his existing low cost that he's doing in Georgia, in the USA.
Okay.
Yeah, in the Atlanta area, I think. And he wants to know where we're all located with doing our builds. And so I'm going to just chime in that Steve is in Burnaby, British Columbia, and that Jerry Wong, who looks like he's not going to make it to the show today. We'll catch up with him. He can run, but he can't hide. Is in Maple Ridge, and he's got a speed shop. And I was really kind of hoping that we could have a look around. But
I was trying to see his shop as well, to be fair.
Yeah. So, now that Exported African has requested to find out where we are all at, I sent him a link to the show saying, "Do you want to jump in?" So who knows?
He might jump in as well. Yeah, I did send a couple of other people some links, but yeah, it's a bit late on a Saturday night. If you've got kids or whatever, or
this is going to be late programming. You know what? I think I could.
It's better for you though, Jim, because you're not at stupid o'clock in the morning, and yeah.
But I was going to see if I could add. Now, where is it? To the show. You sent me a couple of links, and just so people can get a
flavor of what Jerry's doing.
Exactly.
It's a mental car.
It is mental, but before Jerry bought the car, I remember, I don't know if it was on one of his YouTubes or I saw it on a YouTube. As you know, I do go around the world looking for this
just
stuff.
Surfing.
Just surfing, as they say. But I did see that one of the owners said that the vehicle had some bump steer. And as I can see from the pictures that Jerry posted, and we put them up on 7 Spot Facebook group, the front space frame is now round tube, and so that's going to be good. And I guess I don't even see any suspension attachment points, so we're going to see how that's going to work out.
I was going to say, I think a lot of manufacturers, including MK and GBS, have I wouldn't say moving away from the square tube. I mean, ours is square tube, but they are more and more doing the round tube chassis.
Well, it's much easier to do the welding and fabricating nowadays than it was, back when I got the book back 17 years ago. Square tube was the way, because to be able to channel cut the round tube was an epic thing to do. Is that about right, Steve?
One hell of a job to get it right. Yeah. I've done it myself, and the amount of times you look at that, that's not worked. Yeah.
Well, is that about right though? Okay, Jerry says cool. Come on in, Jerry. As I type with my two fingers because I can't type. He just said, cool. We are so brain damaged.
Well,
Steve, what we got?
Growing up in the 60s will do to you, Jim.
Yeah, never mind 60s. How about going into the 70s? Here we go. Who do we have here?
I've just heard a beep.
Ni hao.
Hi, Jerry.
Yeah,
Hi, Jerry.
finally.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you guys?
How are you doing, Jerry?
I just got back on the shop and put the engine
Well, let's do the right thing and put you on full screen.
Yeah, definitely.
There we go. So
Good
there
to
you go. That's your car.
Yeah. So basically, right now, parked outside because my shop space is pretty full right
Yeah,
now.
your shop is full. I was just pointing out to everybody that you got a speed shop. What's the name of your shop?
The Sideways Autosport.
Sideways Autosport. And
Yeah.
is it okay if I post the address and communication with you
no, sure.
so more people can find their way to your shop?
Yeah, sure.
That's
do you
great.
Do you have a website that people can go and have a look at?
He's got a Facebook page.
So
Facebook
far,
page.
we only have the Facebook page, and
Yeah.
we don't have actually the website yet, but I will be putting it on soon. So.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. I'll
What
help you.
What kind of things do you do in your speed shop?
Uh,
What kind of things can you do in your speed shop, like general maintenance and
Uh,
builds, fabrication?
more big turbo stuff. You can see we just recently swapped the
Oh my
okay.
God! Look at that Beetle.
into this Beetle and
Hey, Jerry, would you be able to turn your phone sideways so that we can see more that way?
this week.
Yeah, turn the phone
Oh.
side.
Yeah.
Oh well,
Oh yeah, this way. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
no, it's not where that's all right. It looks like you're locked in portrait mode. Don't worry
Portrait
about
mode.
it. So
What turbo is on that, and what engine is the back of that Beetle?
13B. So basically, is off the RX-7.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, RX-7.
Yeah, we put it on the Beetles. You can tell it's kind of full to
That must sound horrendous.
Yeah, it will sounds really funny.
I remember being a turn worker for a very short period of time at Westwood, and when the new the original RX-7s came bombing down their straightaway, everybody just covered their ears because all you wanted to do is have your ears bleed.
Yeah, and they put a little bit oversized turbo on it. So
Just a little.
A little bit oversized.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah,
What horsepower do you expect to get out of that, Jerry?
VW Bass 20 and with adapter. So
How many horsepower?
on low boost settings, it still will get us over 300. On
300.
the lowest boost setting, like 7 PSI.
Have you had to strengthen the floor plan? If you're going to be putting 300 horsepower through the back of that?
This will be good. The wheels is like 300 wide, so
Yeah. Wow, what a beast! What a sleeper, eh?
kind of
What a sleeper! Could you imagine coming up to a stop sign?
for customers' car, so we actually is building right now.
Uh-huh.
And I supply the engine, we supplied all the turbo kit, we fabricated the turbo manifold.
Yeah.
All take professional welded on. Here's our fabricator, Kevin.
Yeah.
Hi, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
How's
Yeah.
it going?
That's great.
Doing some BMW stuff.
Yeah, so we randomly just do the full restoration, custom make the fabricated the turbo downpipe.
Yeah.
Put a turbo kit on the car. So basically, yeah, back to topic. This is the turbo I gonna use on the Lotus.
Mhm.
But 2 days ago, I picked up the Precision turbos. 6266 is a kind of bigger.
Yeah.
So I will have more chance pushing over 600 wheel.
Wow.
So, but not sure if my 20 can hold because I'm currently running W58, right?
600 on the wheels. Is that in your 7?
Yeah. No, in this Lotus.
In that one, yeah, in the Lotus, yeah. So what engine have you got in that then? Because
this is a fully forged built Street TC from the 70s Corolla. So actually, it's like a kind of very famous engine in drag racing back in the 80s and 70s.
Yeah.
Because it's 1.8 liter and it is small liter, but like Aaron block. OHV engine. So it's push rod and Hemi design. So it's got a rounded combustion chamber. So it's really good for like lower end torque.
Yeah.
And also this engine is very strong, like known for very strong. And got a CP piston and the manually forged rod. And here's my old.
I was going to say, you must have done some internals.
Oh, look at that. Look at the pan.
If you're going to be running that at 600 horsepower.
Yeah. So basically, this one, you can tell the original engine is carburetor. This one's full EFI conversion.
Yeah.
So a lot's work. And I'm running the Link G4 standalone ECU and the custom wiring. And I just bought a flange. So we recently gonna custom make the exhaust like a flange because my old one are pretty bad.
Yeah.
And I custom made a top mount one. The turbo will be like that.
Yeah.
And
on the ECU that you're running, are you going to be running any wheel sensors? I mean, some people do, some people don't.
I run the Link G4 and with the AIM digital dash. So basically, the full standalone setup. So
yeah.
And so far that's my plan. Just run this engine so far and see if I push it 500. If my trunk is below, so I gonna swap to the K series engine. So which is like P20A2. So this one's like known for take a lot boost, and also I got a 6-speed CD09 and got a sequential shift. So
nice.
Next year's plan, and that setup will be when I'm trying to go close to 900. Yeah.
Wow. Can I ask you about the round tube? Why did you go round tube? Is you getting too much flex?
Not a round two. Like basically the first I got it is my friend crashed it again. So I rebuilt it again. So it's been crashed 2 times already. So cool. So far, also, of course, I bring to the truck and I noticed the chassis is way too flexy. So basically, we designed like a reinforced plate underneath here. So actually, this is according to SIG one is all the way to the floor, like to the pedal area. So that's actually kind of like the weakness section around like Lotus 7 design. So basically, add a lot of reinforce and
Jerry, you mentioned you changed over from carburetors to fuel injection. What manifold did you do, or did you make your own manifold?
I make the own manifold.
Okay. And what control unit are you going to be using to operate the injectors?
So basically, everything's like a Link G4 standalone. So and the injectors, I'm using the from the Corvette LS one. So one and runs on the custom intake manifold. You can see. Yeah, it's like very frank.
And but how about the fuel management? What fuel management system are you going to use?
Fuel management?
For the EFI.
Yeah, it's full EFI. The Link G4
and what unit are you going to use to power the injectors?
Power the injectors?
Yeah, the control unit for the injectors.
My ECU is a standalone, so basically everything will be just built inside the ECU. So it's controlled.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even my water, even my thermostatic, because I don't run water pump. So like my ECU controls the water pump speed as well. So I run like water pump like the thermostatic. So basically this is very advanced ECU. So you almost can control everything. So basically, it's the Link G4 Ferry. So it's pretty good one, but the wiring is very hard to do. But my English is
Don't worry about your English.
Don't ask me about wiring. Absolutely not got a clue.
I don't. you're a brave person to show us underneath your dash. I don't allow anybody to look under my dash.
I think looks not too bad. I mean,
I don't allow anybody to look under our bonnets. There's stuff everywhere.
yeah. And also, I planned to weld another reinforced bar from the top section from my roll cage up to the front. So basically,
Yes.
we'll run another bar, and also sidebars. I just waiting for engine. Just basically, we just drop it in, right? So basically, I gotta run another bar so I can clean, make the clearance for the engine stuff. Yeah, some. And also here's the angle plate. So basically, it's like triple reinforced from here because my firewall is actually like pretty weak. So we decided to run this way, so it's much stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, that's very cool.
Yeah, basically, two bar like original design are too thin. Like I mean, they're under 200 horsepower. They're fine, but when you go like over, will be have like little bit of chassis twisted issue because like last year I have the issue from my front end. So basically, they lift it up and because all the corners and I can notice my driver's side actually is lifted higher than the passenger side.
That's not good.
Heavier, right?
That's not good.
It's not good. And
are you using this just for street, or do you race it, or?
Pardon me?
You take it to the track, Jerry? Yeah, I know he does. I think he's got some videos of himself at the track. But he's also a hooligan. I've also seen pictures of him shredding his tires.
Yeah, Jim, I've sent you a link to a YouTube link where he's hooning it around the car park. I don't know if you want to bring that up, but smoking tires left, right, and centre. I don't know how many tires you get through.
not much, but they're just deadly flat. So. And also on my rear end of the chassis is kind of so basically, guys can tell. So basically around here, like this bar, like because I got a solid axle, right? So basically this two bar actually is a little bit bended up as well. So that's why I mentioned like next year when I swap the engine, I'm gonna redesign the chassis. So basically it will be full rounded too. I may go to the full aluminum setup, but not too sure.
Aluminum uprights and so on,
Yeah.
You save quite a bit.
First, and
you save, aluminium uprights. You will save quite a bit of weight. It's obviously on four corners, and it's all unsprung weight.
I'd say probably will be just a full aluminum chassis, like redesign it, because so far we can do the take wall aluminum, and it's much lighter and kind of like stronger actually if we use the right material. Because like so far the best material we find is DOM tubing, so it's like I forgot the thickness. I think the Kevin, remember how thick is this rounder tube? Yeah, how thick? Yeah, it's a 316. So basically right now is so far the best tube we're finding, but it's very heavy. So maybe next year we're gonna swap to the aluminum. So not too sure about plan.
So basically, Jerry, it's a project that you're going to keep evolving as you come up with newer ideas and materials, etc.
Yeah, these ones will be more like more skill. So basically, like got any random newer idea or like any newer engine, better like engine shows up, we're gonna swap things. So it's more like a test. So always we've been projects, never been complete.
That's good.
Got it. Yeah, absolutely. Well, while we were kind of thinking on that, I finally figured out how to incorporate this insane Lotus 7 turbo car kit of yours, and I'm going to share it to the screen so everybody can have a look.
Okay.
There we go. That's the one I'm watching. You got an oil cooler on the front there, yeah?
Yeah. And also got a air to water intercooler.
Yeah. That's the aim dash. I do like those headlights. I don't know where you got them from, but I do like those headlights.
They're ugly. Amazon one for ATV. Yeah, that's kind of old setup.
Yeah. Not much of that left there. Now there's your bump steer that you're looking. I keep on talking about.
I was intrigued by your exhaust there as well, because that's quite a big silencer box you've got on it.
Yeah, I mean, didn't really affect me a lot. Actually, I like it. Like,
yeah.
Have the bump steer fitting because actually in the racetrack it's quite a flat, but in order I got a more angle, so basically I can more actually easier to drift around the corners. So
there we go. That's the shot for me.
Yeah, this is just down the street from where I live, because I remember driving down that highway, and I texted you and I asked you if you were in the neighborhood, and you said yeah.
you could smell the burnt rubber.
Exactly right. I could, never mind smell it. I could see it. So that's cool. Thanks so much for sharing that. So he's going to go on to all the rest of his cars here, but I had to just, share that then. So there you go. Jerry, thanks so much. I'm looking forward to following that. And I really wish that I could have come out there today in my 7, but I got my master cylinder. One of the master cylinders in my 7 has decided to pee all over my left shoe.
Yeah, don't talk to me about brakes on my day car, or even coolant on my day car and coolant on my kit car. Don't.
You're relatively close to me, Jerry. So one of these days I'll be blasting out there.
Sounds good.
When that happens, Jim, let me know, because I'd like to visit Jerry and speak to him about his fuel injection system. Because I plan on converting a mechanical fuel injector manifold from an Alfa Romeo into an EFI system, and I've got a spare manifold at the moment, and I know I might have to be doing some machining on that to get the injectors to fit in properly and make up a new fuel rail and things like that. So Jerry, I'll be coming on out and having a chat with you sometime in the near future.
Yeah, sounds good. So basically, I think the best bet will be we custom make the intake manifold and get the custom material and choose the injector size, so we can go from there. So,
Well, here's an idea, guys. Why don't we do a show? We're gonna, one way or another, we're going to arrive at Jerry's shop and we're going to say, we're here. Show us what you got.
Yeah. Just
definitely.
And then we can talk about all those things. How does that sound?
And then Steve, when you'll take your car in, we can go through what you want done to it and what you do to it.
Well, you have to drag it down there, but yeah.
Well, I haven't posted any pictures or progress on my build at the moment, John. I'm hoping to do all of that once all the bodywork's finished and I'm starting my assembly. Then I'm going to start posting a little bit more.
Yeah. I was going to say, you're in a good place because you're now starting to assemble rather than,
fabricate.
But the problem with all of this is, all of this stuff that we just discussed, at least in my experience, and now having chatted to Steve and looking at what Jerry's going into now, all of the assembly happens in the middle of the winter. And we're sitting there working in our frozen garage with blue knuckles. It's terrible.
Yeah.
So Jerry, we're gonna tune out, but I'm gonna say thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you, Jerry.
Cheers, Jerry, and we'll be in touch. Oh, his mic's off.
I think his mic's turned off.
Yeah, Jerry, thanks so much, and we'll be in touch. We're going to come out and visit you. I promise.
Definitely be back. Definitely be back. Thank you, Jerry.
All right. Thanks again, guys.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
All right.
Catch up soon.
Take care, everybody.
All right. Let's put a bow on it. Call this one a quickie. But,
okay.
Steve and John and Jerry, thanks a lot. And
You're welcome.
we'll get together. And Steve, we're going to have to, when you get to that assembly point, when it's time, I'm going to come out there and we'll do an in-person at your shed too.
Excellent. But
Yeah,
we'll get together this coming week for a coffee. Okay, Jim?
Yeah, my pleasure. That sounds like a good idea.
Okay, boys. Take care.
All right. Cheers now.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah.
Guys,
Take care, John.
cheers.
Take care, John. Cheers.
Thanks a lot, guys. Be seeing you at 7 Spot.
Yeah, be seeing you.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers, boys.